The digestive system is one of the most important systems in the body of animals, as it plays a crucial role in the process of breaking down food into smaller components that can be absorbed and utilized by the body. The digestive system is composed of a series of organs and structures, including the mouth, esophagus, stomach, small intestine, large intestine, and anus. Each of these structures has a specific function and contributes to the overall efficiency of the digestive system. One of the key characteristics of the digestive system is its ability to break down food into smaller, more manageable components. This is accomplished through a combination of mechanical and chemical processes. In the mouth, food is mechanically broken down through chewing and grinding. This is facilitated by the teeth and tongue, which help to chop and grind food into smaller pieces. Once food is mechanically broken down in the mouth, it moves into the esophagus and is transported to the stomach through a series of muscular contractions. In the stomach, food is further broken down through a combination of mechanical churning and chemical digestion. The stomach produces gastric juices that contain digestive enzymes and hydrochloric acid, which help to break down food into smaller components. These smaller components are then passed into the small intestine, where the majority of nutrient absorption occurs. The small intestine is lined with finger-like projections known as villi, which increase the surface area available for nutrient absorption. The large intestine, on the other hand, is responsible for absorbing water and electrolytes from the remaining undigested food material and preparing it for elimination from the body. The waste material is then passed into the rectum and expelled from the body through the anus. The digestive system also plays an important role in regulating the overall health and well-being of the body. For example, the digestive system is responsible for producing hormones that regulate metabolism and hunger, and it also helps to prevent the growth of harmful bacteria in the gut. In addition, the digestive system is closely connected to the immune system, and it plays a crucial role in protecting the body from harmful pathogens. Another important aspect of the digestive system is its role in the assimilation of nutrients. The digestive system works to extract essential vitamins, minerals, and other nutrients from the food we consume, which are then used by the body for various functions. For example, vitamins and minerals are necessary for maintaining strong bones, producing energy, and supporting the immune system. Carbohydrates, proteins, and fats are also important components of a healthy diet, as they provide energy and support growth and repair. The digestive system is also responsible for regulating the rate at which food is processed and absorbed. This is accomplished through the release of various hormones, such as insulin and glucagon, which help to regulate blood sugar levels. The digestive system also works to slow down the absorption of food when necessary, such as when we eat too much or too quickly. This helps to prevent overeating and reduce the risk of digestive problems. Another important function of the digestive system is the elimination of waste products. The digestive system works to remove undigested food material and toxins from the body, which helps to maintain good health and prevent the buildup of harmful substances. This is accomplished through the normal processes of defecation, which helps to remove waste from the body and maintain good gut health. It is also important to note that the digestive system is closely connected to other systems in the body, such as the nervous and circulatory systems. For example, the digestive system is sensitive to stress and can be affected by emotional factors, such as anxiety and depression. Additionally, the digestive system is also closely connected to the circulatory system, as the absorption of nutrients from the small intestine into the bloodstream is a critical part of the digestive process. Another aspect of the digestive system is its role in maintaining gut health. The digestive system is home to a complex and diverse community of microorganisms, known as the gut microbiome, which plays a crucial role in maintaining good health. The gut microbiome helps to digest food, produce important vitamins and nutrients, and regulate the immune system. In addition, the gut microbiome also helps to prevent the growth of harmful bacteria, which can cause digestive problems and other health issues. Gut health can be affected by various factors, such as diet, stress, and the use of antibiotics. A diet high in processed foods and low in fiber can negatively impact gut health, as can chronic stress and the use of antibiotics, which can disrupt the delicate balance of the gut microbiome. Maintaining a healthy and diverse gut microbiome is important for good health, and can be achieved through a balanced diet that includes plenty of fiber, probiotics, and fermented foods. It is also important to note that the digestive system can be affected by various diseases and conditions, such as irritable bowel syndrome, IBS, inflammatory bowel disease, IBD, and gastroesophageal reflux disease, GERD. These conditions can cause discomfort, pain, and other symptoms, and can negatively impact quality of life. Treatment for digestive problems may include lifestyle changes, such as a change in diet, and medication, such as antacids or proton pump inhibitors. In severe cases, surgery may be necessary to treat digestive problems. Worth noting that the digestive system is a complex and dynamic system that can be influenced by a wide range of factors, including genetics, environment, and lifestyle. As such, it is important to maintain a healthy and balanced lifestyle, which includes a balanced diet, regular exercise, and stress management, in order to support the health and well-being of the digestive system. It is also important to consider the role of the digestive system in the overall functioning of the body. The digestive system works in tandem with other systems, such as the circulatory and nervous systems, to ensure the proper functioning of the body. For example, the digestive system helps to regulate blood sugar levels, which are crucial for maintaining good health. In addition, the digestive system also helps to regulate the immune system, which is important for protecting the body from harmful pathogens and disease. Furthermore, the digestive system also plays an important role in maintaining a healthy weight. The digestive system works to regulate the absorption of nutrients and energy from food, which can help to prevent overeating and maintain a healthy weight. A balanced diet, combined with regular exercise, can help to support the health and functioning of the digestive system and prevent weight-related health problems, such as obesity and type 2 diabetes. It is also worth noting that the digestive system can be influenced by various cultural, social, and environmental factors. For example, cultural practices and beliefs can impact the types of foods that are consumed. And environmental factors, such as access to fresh and healthy foods, can also have an impact on the health and functioning of the digestive system. It is also important to understand the impact of lifestyle choices on the digestive system. Certain habits, such as smoking, excessive alcohol consumption, and a sedentary lifestyle, can negatively impact the health and functioning of the digestive system. The exchange of gases in animals is a vital process that allows them to maintain a consistent internal environment and survive. It is the means by which oxygen, which is necessary for cellular respiration, is transported to the tissues, and carbon dioxide, a waste product of cellular respiration, is removed. In order for this exchange to occur efficiently, a number of specialized structures and mechanisms have evolved in different animal groups. In mammals, the exchange of gases takes place in the lungs. Air is taken in through the mouth or nose and then travels down the trachea and into the bronchi, which branch out into smaller air sacs called alveoli. The walls of the alveoli are thin and permeable to gases, allowing for efficient diffusion of oxygen and carbon dioxide between the air and the blood. The oxygen-rich blood is then pumped away from the lungs and towards the body's tissues, while the carbon dioxide-rich blood is returned to the lungs to be exhaled. In fish, the exchange of gases occurs through the gills. Water is taken in through the mouth and then flowed over the gills, which contain a large surface area covered in tiny filaments. The oxygen in the water diffuses across the thin walls of the filaments and into the bloodstream, while carbon dioxide diffuses out of the bloodstream and into the water. This allows fish to extract a large amount of oxygen from the water, even in poorly oxygenated environments. Birds also have specialized structures for gas exchange, although they are different from those found in mammals and fish. Birds have a unique respiratory system in which air is drawn into the lungs and then passed over a set of air sacs before being expelled. This allows for a continuous flow of air through the lungs, which increases the efficiency of gas exchange. In addition, birds have a highly efficient network of capillaries in their lungs that allows for the rapid exchange of gases between the air and the bloodstream. In insects, the exchange of gases takes place through a network of tiny tubes called tracheae. Oxygen diffuses through the walls of the tracheae and into the tissues, while carbon dioxide diffuses out of the tissues and into the tracheae. The tracheae are also used to regulate the internal pressure of the insect, which is important for maintaining its shape and structure. In addition to the structures and mechanisms mentioned above, there are also several factors that can affect the efficiency of gas exchange in animals. One such factor is temperature. In warm-blooded animals, such as mammals and birds, the rate of metabolic reactions increases with temperature, leading to an increase in the rate of carbon dioxide production and the need for more efficient gas exchange. To compensate for this, these animals have developed a number of strategies, such as panting or sweating, to help regulate their body temperature and maintain efficient gas exchange. Another factor that can impact gas exchange is the environment in which an animal lives. For example, animals that live in high altitudes must be able to extract oxygen from the thin air in order to survive. This requires specialized adaptations, such as an increased lung capacity or a greater number of red blood cells, to ensure that enough oxygen is delivered to the tissues. Similarly, deep-sea animals must be able to extract oxygen from the cold, pressure-rich water, and this also requires specialized adaptations. Worth mentioning that gas exchange is not always efficient in all animals. For example, certain medical conditions, such as emphysema or lung cancer, can impair gas exchange in humans, leading to shortness of breath and other symptoms. Similarly, aging can also impact the efficiency of gas exchange in many animals, as the respiratory system can become less effective over time. In addition to the structural and physiological adaptations that animals have developed to facilitate gas exchange, there are also behavioral and physiological responses that can impact the efficiency of this process. For example, animals that engage in physical activity or exercise require more oxygen, and thus must have a more efficient system for gas exchange. To meet this demand, these animals may increase their breathing rate or modify the way that they extract oxygen from the environment. For example, they may increase the size of their lungs or the number of red blood cells they produce. Another factor that can impact gas exchange is the presence of pollutants or other environmental stressors. Exposure to pollutants such as smog, air pollution, or cigarette smoke can damage the respiratory system and impair gas exchange. In addition, exposure to other environmental stressors, such as high levels of noise or heat, can also impact the efficiency of gas exchange. To mitigate these effects, animals may modify their behavior or seek out environments that are less stressful. It is also worth noting that gas exchange is not just important for the survival of individual animals, but also for the health of entire ecosystems. For example, the exchange of gases between plants and animals plays a critical role in maintaining the balance of the Earth's atmosphere and supporting the food chain. Through photosynthesis, plants produce oxygen and remove carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, while animals consume oxygen and produce carbon dioxide. This interdependent relationship is a crucial component of the Earth's biosphere and helps to sustain life on our planet. Important to recognize that gas exchange is not just a concern for wild animals, but also for domesticated animals. In many cases, domesticated animals, such as dogs, cats, and horses, live in environments that can be stressful and potentially harmful to their respiratory systems. To protect their health and well-being, it is important for pet owners to be aware of the potential impact of pollutants and other environmental stressors on their animals' respiratory systems, and to take steps to minimize these risks. In addition to its impact on individual animals and ecosystems, gas exchange also has important implications for human health and medicine. For example, many human diseases and conditions, such as asthma, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, COPD, and lung cancer, can impair gas exchange and lead to respiratory distress. To address these issues, medical professionals may use a variety of treatments, including medications, oxygen therapy, and even surgery, to improve the efficiency of gas exchange and alleviate symptoms. Another area where gas exchange has important implications is in the field of environmental health. As human populations continue to grow and urbanize, air pollution is becoming an increasingly significant problem, particularly in large cities. Exposure to pollutants such as smog, particulate matter, and toxic chemicals can have negative impacts on human health, including respiratory distress and impaired gas exchange. To address these issues, governments and organizations are working to develop new policies and technologies to reduce air pollution and protect public health. Gas exchange also has important implications for the field of agriculture. In many cases, the efficiency of gas exchange is a key factor in determining the health and productivity of crops, as well as the well-being of livestock. For example, farmers may use techniques such as crop rotation, soil management, and irrigation to improve the efficiency of gas exchange and promote healthy plant growth. In addition, they may use specialized equipment and techniques to monitor the respiratory health of livestock and ensure that they are receiving adequate levels of oxygen. Worth mentioning that gas exchange has important implications for the field of biotechnology and bioremediation. The topic of the circular economy has been gaining a lot of attention in recent years, and for good reason. The current linear economy, where resources are extracted, used, and then disposed of, is not sustainable in the long term. The Earth's resources are finite, and if we continue to use them at the current rate, we will eventually run out. In addition, the waste generated by the linear economy is causing significant environmental damage, such as pollution and climate change. This is why the concept of a circular economy is so important. A circular economy is a system where resources are kept in use for as long as possible, and waste is minimized. Instead of disposing of products and materials at the end of their life, they are reused, refurbished, or recycled. This closed-loop system is designed to maximize the value of resources, while reducing the environmental impact of production and consumption. One of the key principles of a circular economy is the idea of product design. Products are designed to be easily disassembled, and the materials used in their construction are selected for their recyclability. This makes it easier to recover valuable materials at the end of a product's life and reduces the amount of waste generated. Another important aspect of a circular economy is the use of renewable energy. In a circular system, energy is generated from sources that are replenished naturally, such as the sun, wind, and water. This reduces the reliance on finite resources, such as oil and gas, and reduces the environmental impact of energy production. Circular systems also promote the idea of sharing and collaboration. Instead of owning products and materials, individuals and businesses can share them. For example, a car-sharing service can provide access to vehicles without the need for each individual to own a car. This reduces the amount of resources required to meet our needs and reduces waste. In addition to the environmental benefits, there are also economic benefits to a circular economy. By keeping resources in use for as long as possible, it reduces the need for new resources to be extracted, which can reduce the cost of production. In addition, the use of renewable energy can reduce the cost of energy, making it a more cost-effective option in the long term. Transitioning to a circular economy is not without challenges. The current linear economy is deeply ingrained in our society, and changing it will require significant changes to the way we live and do business. In addition, there are also technical challenges, such as developing new materials and processes that can be easily recycled. Another aspect of the circular economy that is gaining attention is the role of consumers. Consumers play a critical role in the success of a circular economy, as their choices and behavior have a direct impact on the demand for products and materials. By choosing to buy products that are made from recycled materials, consumers can create a market for these products and drive the development of new recycling technologies. In addition, consumers can also take steps to reduce their waste by choosing products that are designed for longevity and can be easily repaired. For example, choosing a durable and repairable smartphone over a disposable one can help reduce electronic waste. Consumers can also choose to buy products that are made from sustainable materials, such as bamboo or recycled plastic, instead of products made from non-renewable resources. Another important aspect of the circular economy is the role of businesses. In a circular economy, businesses have a responsibility to ensure that their products and materials are used in a responsible and sustainable manner. This means designing products that are easily disassembled and made from recyclable materials, as well as finding new and innovative ways to recover valuable materials from products at the end of their life. In addition, businesses can also play a role in promoting the circular economy by working with other businesses and organizations to develop new technologies and processes that can help close the loop and reduce waste. For example, businesses can collaborate to develop new recycling technologies or work together to find new uses for waste materials. Governments have an important role to play in promoting the circular economy. Governments can create policies and regulations that encourage businesses to adopt circular practices. such as incentives for using recycled materials, tax breaks for companies that adopt circular practices, and regulations that restrict the use of non-renewable resources. Governments can also invest in research and development to support the development of new circular technologies and processes. One of the key benefits of a circular economy is its ability to create new jobs and stimulate economic growth. By reducing waste and maximizing the value of resources, a circular economy can create new opportunities for innovation and entrepreneurship. For example, new recycling technologies and processes can create jobs in the waste management and recycling sector, while the development of new products and materials can create jobs in the manufacturing and design industries. Another benefit of a circular economy is its ability to reduce dependence on non-renewable resources. By using renewable energy sources and reducing the amount of resources required to meet our needs, a circular economy can help to ensure that resources are available for future generations. This also reduces the risk of resource depletion and makes our economy more resilient and sustainable in the long term. In addition, a circular economy can also help to reduce greenhouse gas emissions and address the impacts of climate change. By reducing waste and the use of non-renewable resources, a circular economy can help to reduce the amount of greenhouse gases emitted into the atmosphere, helping to mitigate the impacts of climate change. This also helps to ensure that the planet remains a healthy and livable place for future generations. A circular economy can also help to promote social and economic equity. By creating new jobs and opportunities for innovation, a circular economy can help to reduce poverty and create a more equal society. In addition, by reducing waste and the use of non-renewable resources, a circular economy can help to ensure that resources are available for everyone, regardless of their economic status or location. Another important aspect of a circular economy is the role of innovation and technology. In a circular economy, new technologies and processes are developed to help close the loop and reduce waste. This can include new recycling technologies, such as advanced material separation techniques and new ways of recovering valuable materials from waste. In addition, technology can also help to improve the design of products, making them more sustainable and easier to repair and recycle. For example, the use of digital technologies, such as the Internet of Things, IoT, can help to monitor the use of products, predict their end of life, and optimize their use. The nervous system of animals has undergone tremendous evolution over the centuries, resulting in the development of complex systems that allow for sophisticated behavior and responses to stimuli. The nervous system is composed of two main parts: the central nervous system, CNS, and the peripheral nervous system, PNS. The CNS, consisting of the brain and spinal cord, is responsible for processing and coordinating information from the body and the environment, while the PNS, consisting of all the nerves that lie outside the brain and spinal cord, carries signals to and from the CNS. The evolution of the nervous system can be traced back to the earliest forms of life on Earth, where simple organisms responded to stimuli through simple reflexes. Over time, as animals became more complex, the nervous system evolved to accommodate the increased demands of their environment. In invertebrates, the nervous system developed into a decentralized network of nerves that allowed for the coordination of movement and simple forms of behavior. In vertebrates, the nervous system evolved to form a centralized system, with the development of the brain and spinal cord. This centralization allowed for the development of more sophisticated behaviors, including learning and memory. The evolution of the nervous system in mammals, including humans, has been particularly dramatic. The human brain, for example, is much larger and more complex than the brain of any other species, allowing for advanced cognitive abilities such as language, abstract thinking, and decision-making. The development of the cerebral cortex, the outer layer of the brain, has been a key factor in this evolution, as it has allowed for the integration of information from multiple sources and the processing of complex information. The nervous system has also evolved to become more specialized, with different areas of the brain responsible for different functions. The development of the visual cortex, for example, has allowed for the processing of visual information, while the auditory cortex has allowed for the processing of auditory information. The evolution of the nervous system has also allowed for the development of specialized structures, such as the basal ganglia, which are involved in the control of movement, and the amygdala, which is involved in the processing of emotions. In addition to the evolution of the structure of the nervous system, the way in which it functions has also evolved over time. The development of synaptic plasticity, the ability of the connections between neurons to change in response to experience, has allowed for the formation of new memories and the alteration of existing ones. This has been a key factor in the evolution of learning and memory, and has allowed animals to adapt to new environments and changing circumstances. The evolution of the nervous system has also had a significant impact on the way animals interact with their environment. In the early stages of evolution, simple organisms were only able to respond to stimuli in a reflexive manner, with no conscious control. However, as the nervous system evolved, animals gained the ability to control their movements and respond to their environment in a more sophisticated manner. This has been essential for the survival and success of many species, as it has allowed them to adapt to changing environments and respond to threats. One of the most significant developments in the evolution of the nervous system is the ability of animals to learn and remember. This ability has allowed animals to modify their behavior in response to experience, and to develop new strategies for survival. For example, animals that are able to learn from experience and remember the location of food sources are more likely to survive and reproduce than those that do not. This has been a key factor in the evolution of intelligence, as species that are able to learn and remember are better equipped to solve complex problems and navigate their environment. The evolution of the nervous system has also had important implications for the development of communication and social behavior. In many species, the development of complex nervous systems has allowed for the evolution of sophisticated forms of communication, including vocalizations, body language, and other forms of nonverbal communication. This has been essential for the development of social behavior, as it has allowed animals to coordinate their activities and work together for the benefit of the group. In addition to its impact on behavior and cognition, the evolution of the nervous system has also had important implications for the development of medicine and technology. The study of the nervous system has led to the development of new treatments for neurological disorders, including Parkinson's disease, multiple sclerosis, and Alzheimer's disease. Additionally, the study of the nervous system has helped to inform the development of new technologies, such as brain-computer interfaces, which have the potential to revolutionize the way humans interact with technology. The evolution of the nervous system has also had a significant impact on the development of sensory systems in animals. Early forms of life only had simple sensory systems, such as light-sensitive cells, that allowed them to respond to basic stimuli in their environment. However, as the nervous system evolved, animals developed more sophisticated sensory systems, such as the sense of smell, touch, taste, and hearing. These senses have allowed animals to better navigate their environment and respond to a wider range of stimuli, making them better equipped to survive. The evolution of the nervous system has also had important implications for the development of the endocrine system, which is responsible for regulating hormones in the body. The endocrine system and the nervous system work together to regulate the internal environment of the body and to respond to external stimuli. For example, the endocrine system releases stress hormones in response to danger, which prepares the body for fight or flight. The evolution of the endocrine system has allowed animals to respond more effectively to stress and to maintain homeostasis, or balance, in their internal environment. Another important aspect of the evolution of the nervous system is the development of sleep and wakefulness. Sleep is a complex and poorly understood phenomenon, but it is known to play a critical role in the functioning of the nervous system. During sleep, the brain processes information and consolidates memories, and the body repairs and regenerates cells. The evolution of sleep has allowed animals to conserve energy and to better cope with the demands of their environment. The evolution of the nervous system has also had important implications for the development of emotion and mood. Emotions play a critical role in the way animals respond to their environment and to each other. For example, fear is an adaptive response that prepares the body for danger, while happiness promotes social bonding and cooperation. The evolution of emotions has allowed animals to better navigate their environment and to form complex social relationships. The evolution of the nervous system has also had a significant impact on the development of individual and species survival. In early forms of life, survival was primarily determined by physical characteristics, such as size and strength. However, as the nervous system evolved, animals gained the ability to respond to their environment in a more sophisticated manner, allowing for increased survival and success. For example, animals that are able to learn from experience and remember the location of food sources are more likely to survive and reproduce than those that do not. The evolution of the nervous system has also had important implications for the development of social behavior in animals. In many species, the development of complex nervous systems has allowed for the evolution of sophisticated forms of communication, including vocalizations, body language, and other forms of nonverbal communication. The respiratory process of animals is an incredibly complex and intricate system that is critical to their survival. It is responsible for bringing oxygen into the body and removing carbon dioxide, which is a waste product of cellular metabolism. The efficiency of this process varies greatly among different species, depending on factors such as their size, environment, and level of physical activity. In mammals, the respiratory system is composed of the nose, throat, trachea, bronchi, and lungs. Air is inhaled through the nose or mouth and travels down the trachea, which divides into two bronchi that enter the lungs. The lungs are composed of millions of small air sacs called alveoli, where the exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide takes place. Fish, on the other hand, have a completely different respiratory system that is adapted to their aquatic environment. Unlike mammals, they do not have lungs and instead rely on gills to extract oxygen from the water. Gills are specialized structures that are rich in blood vessels and allow for the efficient diffusion of oxygen into the bloodstream. Fish also have a more complex circulatory system, which helps to transport oxygen to their cells and remove carbon dioxide. Birds also have a unique respiratory system that is designed to meet their high oxygen demands. They have a highly efficient respiratory system that allows them to extract up to 90% of the oxygen from the air they inhale, compared to about 20% for humans. Additionally, birds have a powerful respiratory muscle called the supracoracoideus that helps to pump air into the lungs, allowing for rapid and efficient oxygen exchange. Reptiles, such as snakes and lizards, have a more simple respiratory system compared to mammals and birds. They have lungs, but they do not have a diaphragm, which is a muscle in mammals that separates the chest and abdominal cavities and helps to regulate breathing. Instead, reptiles rely on their ribcage and muscles surrounding the lungs to control the flow of air in and out of their lungs. In addition to the basic structures and functions of the respiratory system, there are several other factors that play a role in the respiratory process of animals. One of these is the role of respiratory pigments, such as hemoglobin in mammals and hemocyanin in certain species of crustaceans and mollusks. These pigments help to transport oxygen throughout the body, allowing cells to utilize it for energy production. Another important factor is the regulation of breathing, which is controlled by the central nervous system. In mammals, the medulla oblongata, which is located in the brainstem, acts as the primary respiratory center and regulates breathing based on signals from the body's oxygen and carbon dioxide levels. This allows the respiratory system to respond to changes in the body's metabolic needs and maintain a proper balance of oxygen and carbon dioxide. In addition, the respiratory system is also closely linked to other physiological processes, such as the cardiovascular system and the nervous system. For example, during physical activity, the cardiovascular system increases blood flow to the muscles, which increases the demand for oxygen. The respiratory system must then respond by increasing the rate and depth of breathing to meet this increased demand. It is important to note that the respiratory system of animals can be impacted by a number of factors, such as disease, pollution, and changes in atmospheric pressure. For example, exposure to air pollution can damage the delicate tissues of the respiratory system, leading to conditions such as asthma and bronchitis. Additionally, changes in atmospheric pressure, such as those experienced by high-altitude climbers or deep-sea divers, can also have a significant impact on the respiratory system, as the body must work harder to extract oxygen from the air. In addition to its basic functions, the respiratory system also plays a role in several other important physiological processes in animals. One of these is the regulation of body temperature. In some species, such as reptiles, the respiratory system helps to regulate body temperature by panting, which increases heat loss through evaporation of water from the mouth and nose. The respiratory system also plays a role in the production of vocalizations in some species. For example, in birds, the syrinx, which is located at the base of the trachea, allows them to produce a wide range of vocalizations, including songs, calls, and other sounds. This is an important aspect of bird communication and plays a role in attracting mates, establishing territory, and warning of danger. Moreover, the respiratory system is also involved in the defense against pathogens. The mucous membranes of the respiratory system produce mucus, which helps to trap and remove foreign particles, such as dust, pollen, and bacteria. Additionally, the cilia, which are tiny hair-like structures, help to move mucus and debris out of the respiratory system. This helps to prevent infections and other respiratory disorders. It is also important to note that the respiratory system can be impacted by various stressors, such as changes in temperature, humidity, and altitude. For example, animals living in cold environments, such as Arctic mammals, have adaptations in their respiratory system that help them to conserve heat and maintain proper oxygen exchange in the lungs. Similarly, animals living in high-altitude environments, such as the Andes Mountains in South America, have adaptations in their respiratory system that allow them to function in the thin air. In addition to its critical role in the body, the respiratory system can also be a source of disease and disorder. For example, respiratory infections, such as the common cold or pneumonia, can cause inflammation and damage to the respiratory system, leading to symptoms such as coughing, wheezing, and shortness of breath. Additionally, respiratory diseases such as asthma, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, COPD, and lung cancer can have a significant impact on an animal's health and quality of life. Tobacco smoke, air pollution, and other environmental toxins can also have a harmful effect on the respiratory system. For example, exposure to secondhand smoke can increase the risk of respiratory infections, lung cancer, and other respiratory disorders. Similarly, air pollution can cause irritation and inflammation of the respiratory system, leading to conditions such as asthma and bronchitis. It is also important to note that certain species of animals are more susceptible to respiratory disorders than others. For example, certain breeds of dogs, such as bulldogs and pugs, are prone to respiratory problems due to their short snouts and flat faces. Similarly, birds, such as parrots and budgerigars, are susceptible to respiratory infections due to their highly sensitive respiratory systems. Fortunately, there are several measures that can be taken to prevent and treat respiratory disorders in animals. For example, providing a clean and healthy environment, avoiding exposure to secondhand smoke and air pollution, and regular veterinary checkups can help to prevent respiratory problems. Additionally, proper treatment of respiratory infections and other disorders, such as antibiotics and anti-inflammatory medications, can help to alleviate symptoms and prevent further damage to the respiratory system. Another aspect of the respiratory system that is important to consider is the impact of exercise on respiratory function. Regular exercise can have a positive effect on the respiratory system by improving lung function and increasing oxygen uptake. This is particularly true for animals that participate in endurance activities, such as running, swimming, or cycling. As these activities increase the demand for oxygen and help to strengthen the respiratory muscles. Adaptation is the process by which animals adjust to their environment to survive and reproduce. This ability to adapt has been a significant factor in the success of many animal species. Some animals are born with characteristics that help them survive in their environment, while others develop them over time. In this essay, we will explore the various ways in which animals adapt to their environment and how this adaptation has enabled them to thrive. Physical adaptations. Physical adaptations are the most visible forms of adaptation. These adaptations can be seen in the form of physical characteristics such as body shape, size, color, and the structure of their internal organs. These physical traits help animals survive in their environment by allowing them to perform specific functions. For example, the long neck of a giraffe helps it reach high branches of trees to feed, while the long legs of a cheetah enable it to run fast and chase prey. Behavioral adaptations. In addition to physical adaptations, animals also have behavioral adaptations. Behavioral adaptations are changes in an animal's behavior that help them survive in their environment. For example, the ability to hibernate is a behavioral adaptation that helps animals survive during the winter months. Other behavioral adaptations include migration, social behavior, and communication. Physiological adaptations. Physiological adaptations refer to changes in an animal's internal organs or systems that help them adapt to their environment. These adaptations can be seen in various functions such as temperature regulation, water conservation, and digestion. For example, camels have adapted to live in the desert by developing the ability to store large amounts of water in their bodies, allowing them to survive for long periods without water. Evolutionary adaptations. Evolutionary adaptations are changes that occur over long periods of time, as a result of natural selection. This process occurs when animals with certain traits are more likely to survive and reproduce than those without them. Over time, these traits become more common in the population, leading to evolutionary adaptation. An example of this is the evolution of the giraffe's long neck, which allowed it to reach higher branches of trees and survive in its environment. One of the most remarkable aspects of adaptation is that it occurs at all levels of organization in animals, from the molecular level to the ecological level. For example, at the molecular level, animals have evolved specific enzymes and metabolic pathways to break down and utilize the nutrients available in their environment. At the cellular level, animals have developed various mechanisms to maintain homeostasis and respond to stressors such as changes in temperature, pH, and osmolarity. At the organismal level, animals have developed physical, behavioral, and physiological adaptations to cope with environmental challenges. For example, some animals have developed the ability to change their skin color to blend into their surroundings and avoid predation. Some animals can also enter a state of torpor, a period of reduced metabolic activity and lowered body temperature, to conserve energy during periods of food scarcity or extreme temperatures. In addition to these adaptations, animals have also developed complex social behaviors to increase their chances of survival and reproduction. For example, social animals such as wolves and dolphins form highly structured social groups with complex communication systems that enable them to hunt, defend territories, and care for their young. Perhaps one of the most fascinating aspects of adaptation is the role of environmental change in driving adaptation. As environmental conditions change, animals must adapt or face extinction. For example, As glaciers retreated during the last ice age, many animals in northern latitudes adapted to the new environment by developing thicker fur, shorter limbs, and other traits that helped them survive in the cold. Unfortunately, the pace of environmental change in the modern world has accelerated dramatically due to human activities such as deforestation, pollution, and climate change. This rapid environmental change presents a significant challenge for animals, as they must adapt quickly to survive or risk extinction. Understanding how animals adapt to environmental change is therefore essential for conservation efforts to protect endangered species and preserve biodiversity. One of the fascinating aspects of animal adaptation is the diversity of strategies that animals use to cope with their environment. For example, some animals have evolved specialized feeding behaviors to exploit unique food sources. The anteater has a long tongue that it uses to extract ants and termites from their nests, while the woodpecker has a strong beak that it uses to peck holes in trees to access insects. Other animals have developed physical adaptations that enable them to navigate and survive in their environment. For example, bats have evolved echolocation, a system in which they emit high-pitched sounds and listen for the echoes to locate objects in their surroundings. This adaptation allows bats to fly and hunt in complete darkness. Some animals have even developed symbiotic relationships with other organisms to aid in their adaptation. For example, corals have a symbiotic relationship with algae, which provide them with nutrients through photosynthesis. In return, the corals provide a protected environment for the algae to grow. Despite the remarkable adaptations that animals have developed, they are not immune to environmental pressures. In fact, many species are facing extinction due to habitat destruction, pollution, and other human activities. To conserve these species, it is essential to understand their adaptations and how they enable them to survive in their environment. Conservation efforts must take into account the complex interactions between animals and their environment, as well as the unique adaptations that enable them to cope with environmental challenges. By studying animal adaptation, we can develop effective conservation strategies to protect endangered species and preserve biodiversity for future generations. One interesting aspect of animal adaptation is the role that genetic variation plays in the process. Genetic variation is the diversity of genes within a population, and it is a critical component of adaptation. When environmental conditions change, individuals with certain genetic traits that allow them to better cope with the new conditions are more likely to survive and pass on their genes to the next generation. Over time, the frequency of these beneficial traits increases in the population, leading to genetic adaptation. Genetic adaptation is an essential part of evolutionary adaptation, as it provides the raw material for natural selection to act upon. Genetic adaptation can occur through several mechanisms, such as mutation, gene flow, and genetic drift. Mutation is a random process that introduces new genetic variation into a population. The field of veterinary anatomy has made incredible strides in recent years, with the development of advanced technology and imaging techniques that have revolutionized the way we study the anatomy of animals. One of the most exciting advancements in this area has been the development of dynamic dissection systems, which allow us to explore the anatomy of animals in a more interactive and dynamic way. These systems provide a unique opportunity to learn about the complex structures and functions of the animal body, and they are playing an increasingly important role in the education and training of veterinary professionals. Dynamic dissection systems use cutting-edge technology to create detailed, three-dimensional images of animal anatomy that can be manipulated and explored in real time. This allows users to see the structures and functions of the animal body in a way that is not possible with traditional, static dissection methods. For example, users can rotate, magnify, and isolate specific structures to gain a deeper understanding of their functions and relationships to other structures. In addition, dynamic dissection systems often include interactive tools that allow users to manipulate and explore the anatomy in real time, such as virtual scalpel tools that allow users to make incisions and examine underlying structures. One of the key advantages of dynamic dissection systems is that they provide a safer and more efficient way of learning about animal anatomy. Unlike traditional dissection methods, which can be messy, time-consuming, and potentially dangerous, dynamic dissection systems allow users to explore animal anatomy in a virtual environment, without the need for physical dissection. This is especially important for students and professionals who are just starting to learn about animal anatomy, as it provides a safe and controlled environment for them to gain hands-on experience. Another advantage of dynamic dissection systems is that they allow for greater collaboration and sharing of knowledge. With the ability to create and share detailed, three-dimensional images of animal anatomy, students and professionals can work together to explore and understand the complexities of the animal body. This can help to facilitate greater collaboration and communication between veterinary professionals, and can lead to new insights and breakthroughs in the field. Furthermore, dynamic dissection systems also offer greater accessibility to those who may not have had the opportunity to participate in traditional dissection methods. With the advancements in technology, dynamic dissection systems can be made available to a wider audience, including students who may be in remote locations, or individuals with disabilities who may have difficulty with traditional dissection methods. This allows for a more inclusive and equal educational experience for all students, regardless of their background or physical abilities. In addition, dynamic dissection systems have the potential to revolutionize the field of veterinary research. With the ability to create highly detailed and accurate images of animal anatomy, researchers can gain a better understanding of the complex structures and functions of the animal body. This can lead to new discoveries and advances in the field of veterinary medicine, and can help to improve the care and treatment of animals. It is also worth mentioning that dynamic dissection systems can also play a role in animal welfare and animal rights. Traditional dissection methods often involve the use of live or deceased animals, and this can raise ethical concerns for some individuals. Dynamic dissection systems provide a more ethical and humane alternative, as they do not involve the use of live or deceased animals. This can help to address some of the ethical concerns associated with traditional dissection methods, and can help to promote greater awareness and understanding of animal welfare and animal rights. Moreover, dynamic dissection systems also have applications beyond the field of veterinary anatomy. For example, they can be used in the fields of biology, zoology, and even forensic science to study the anatomy of various species and understand their characteristics and behaviors. This can lead to a greater understanding of the relationships between different species and their roles in ecosystems, as well as the development of new and improved conservation and management strategies. Another advantage of dynamic dissection systems is their ability to simulate real-life scenarios and conditions. For example, they can be used to simulate surgical procedures, allowing veterinary students and professionals to practice and refine their skills in a controlled and safe environment. This can help to reduce the risk of mistakes during real-life procedures, and can improve the outcomes for animals receiving treatment. In addition, dynamic dissection systems can also be used to educate the public about animal anatomy and biology. With the ability to create engaging and interactive experiences, dynamic dissection systems can be used to educate the public about the complexities of the animal body and raise awareness about the importance of animal welfare and conservation. This can help to promote greater understanding and appreciation for the natural world, and can encourage people to take an active role in protecting and preserving the environment and its inhabitants. Worth mentioning that dynamic dissection systems can also have a positive impact on the economy. With the growing demand for veterinary professionals, the development of advanced technologies such as dynamic dissection systems can create new job opportunities and support the growth of related industries. This can help to boost local and national economies, and can contribute to the overall economic development of countries. Moreover, dynamic dissection systems can also be used to assess the effectiveness of various treatments and procedures. By using dynamic dissection systems to simulate real-life scenarios and conditions, researchers and veterinary professionals can test and evaluate the effectiveness of different treatments and procedures, and make informed decisions about the best course of action for their patients. This can lead to improved outcomes for animals receiving treatment, and can help to advance the field of veterinary medicine. In addition, dynamic dissection systems can also play a role in the development of new medical devices and technologies. By providing detailed and accurate images of animal anatomy, dynamic dissection systems can be used to test and evaluate the effectiveness of new medical devices and technologies, and help to bring new innovations to market more quickly and efficiently. This can lead to the development of new and improved treatments for animals, and can contribute to the overall advancement of veterinary medicine. Another advantage of dynamic dissection systems is their ability to provide a more immersive and engaging learning experience. With the ability to create interactive and dynamic images of animal anatomy, dynamic dissection systems can provide students and professionals with a more engaging and memorable learning experience. This can help to improve the retention of the material, and can lead to a deeper understanding of the complexities of the animal body. Finally, it is worth mentioning that dynamic dissection systems can also have environmental benefits. Traditional dissection methods often involve the use of preserved animal specimens, which can be treated with chemicals and preservatives. In contrast, dynamic dissection systems do not require the use of physical specimens, and they can be reused and recycled as needed. This can help to reduce the environmental impact of dissection methods, and can promote sustainability and environmental conservation. In conclusion, dynamic dissection systems offer a wide range of benefits and applications, and they are playing an increasingly important role in the education and training of veterinary professionals, as well as in the fields of biology, zoology, and forensic science.